Stop waiting for motivation. Consistency wins. This book teaches you how to become the person who never quits, not by inspiration, but by systems, not by luck, but by refusal. For the next hour, you will learn the habits, the mindset, and the ruthless routines that force results. You will be coached, corrected, and commanded. If you want to quit, this will change you. If you want to finish, listen close. Chapter 1. Stop waiting. Start showing up. Show up, do the work, repeat. You have a choice. Every morning you stand at the fork. One path is waiting, one path is doing. That choice is simple. That choice is brutal. That choice decides your life. Waiting is theft. Waiting steals minutes and calls them strategy. Waiting hides behind mood, conditions, and permission. Waiting says, "I'll start when I feel like it." That is a lie. You have a choice. Choose to show up. Listen carefully. It's not about motivation. It's not about mood. It's not about perfect tools. It's not about a green light from someone else. It's not about luck. It's not about waiting. It's about discipline. It's not about motivation. It's about discipline. That's the key. Real people win because they show up when they don't feel like it. Real people win because they build rules and follow them. Real people win because they make progress boring and inevitable. You don't need their permission. You don't need applause. You don't need a perfect morning. You have a choice. Use it. Small acts beat grand plans. 1 page beats 0 pages. 10 minutes beats 0 minutes. 1 email beats 0 emails. That is how work becomes work that matters. That is how ideas become results. Start small. Start stupidly small. That's the point. Here is the plan. Simple, practical, repeatable. Step 1. Define the minimum. Decide the smallest unit you can commit to. 1 paragraph, 2 minutes, 1 push-up, 1 cold email. Make it so small the only answer is yes. You have a choice. Make it trivial. Step 2. Schedule it like a meeting. Put it in the calendar. Block the time. Treat it as non-negotiable. If it's negotiable, it fails. No debate. Only ritual. You don't need their permission. Protect the slot. Step 3. Remove friction. Prepare the night before. Open the document. Lay out the tools. Pack the bag. Put the clothes out. The fewer choices in the morning, the fewer excuses later. Set the stage. Design the first minute. The first minute decides the rest. Step 4. Track the streak. Mark the days. Cross them off. A visible streak becomes a simple, stubborn motivation. Each cross makes skipping harder. Each day you add is a deposit in momentum. Protect that bank. Protect it like a debt you must not default on. Step 5. Ritualize the comeback. You will miss days. Miss once, resume. Quit and you lose everything. When you miss, do the smallest comeback possible. 5 squats, 1 paragraph, 2 minutes. Ritualize the comeback. Ritualize the comeback. Ritualize the comeback. Now a plain example. The writer, 1 page a day. That is the entire rule. 1 page, not a novel. 1 page. Do that every morning. 1 page becomes chapters. Chapters become a book. 1 page beats 0 pages. That's the key. A painter, 10 minutes at the easel. 10 minutes is ridiculous. 10 minutes removes excuses. 10 minutes becomes a habit. 10 minutes stacks into hours. The work appears. Galleries don't care how you started. They care that you finished. You have a choice. A salesperson, 5 quality outreach messages a day. Not a fire hose. Quality. Consistency. 5 a day. 1 week becomes 25. 1 month becomes a business pipeline. That's how outcomes are manufactured. Now the 7-day Show Up Challenge. Do this with exactness, no negotiation. Day 1. Choose the minimum. Make it embarrassingly small. Write it down. Say it out loud. 1 paragraph. 2 minutes. 10 minutes. Day 2. Schedule it. Put it in the calendar as a fixed appointment. Tell one person. Accountability removes excuses. Day 3. Prepare the night before. Remove friction. Set tools. Clear space. Design the first minute. Day 4. Force the first minute. Often the first minute converts to more. If not, done. You still win. Day 5. Track the streak. Cross the day off. See momentum. Momentum feels like progress. Day 6. If you miss, do a comeback within 24 hours. 1 paragraph, 2 minutes, 1 quick action. Keep the streak alive. Day 7. Review and double down. Ask, did I show up? Yes or no? If yes, continue. If no, reset and start even smaller. Repeat this phrase every morning. I will show up, I will do the work, I will repeat. Repeat it until it stops being a sentence and becomes a habit. You have a choice. Say it. Live it. Objections you will tell yourself and how to answer them. I don't have time. You have 2 minutes. Start there. 2 minutes is time. 2 minutes becomes 5. 5 becomes 30. That's how a life changes. I'll start Monday. Monday is a lie for the future you who will make new excuses. Start now. You have a choice. Start now. I'm not talented. Talent is a multiplier. It only matters after you show up. You can't multiply nothing. It's not about talent. It's about discipline. That's the key. Show up first. Skill follows. You'll fail. Maybe. Failure is part of the process. Failure is data. Quitting is permanent. Fail forward. Fail better. Fail and return the next day. Make the rules simple. Make the minimum tiny. Make the rituals sacred. When feelings fluctuate, default to the rule. Rules remove debate. Rituals win. Repeat this. Show up, do the work, repeat. 1 page beats 0 pages. 10 minutes beats 0 minutes. You have a choice. Protect that choice. This chapter is about the single act that starts every success. Showing up is the smallest, most powerful discipline you can practice. It is unglamorous, it is effective, it is unemotional, it is repeatable. You mastered showing up. Now let's make consistency a rule, not a hobby.
Chapter 2. Make consistency a non-negotiable. Consistency is not a tactic. Consistency is a rule you live by. Rules remove debate. Rituals remove choice. No debate, only ritual. You have a choice. Every morning you decide how negotiable your life will be. Will you treat your work like a hobby or like a job? That choice matters. That choice builds identity. That choice builds results. Listen to the contrast. An athlete trains at 6 a.m. No excuses. The alarm is a command. The gear is ready. The routine is sacred. That is a job. The hobbyist trains when the mood strikes. The hobbyist negotiates. The hobbyist quits when life gets busy. Which life looks like success? Which life looks like a finished project? If it's negotiable, it fails. Repeat it now. If it's negotiable, it fails. If it's negotiable, it fails. Make that your filter. This is not motivational fluff. This is practical architecture. You don't build a house on ideas. You build it on rules. You don't negotiate the foundation. You set it once, you protect it forever. You don't need their permission. You don't need applause. You have a choice. Here is the simple, brutal method to turn one habit into a non-negotiable. Step 1. Pick the habit and make the minimum clear. Decide the exact action, not write more. Say, write 1 page at 5:30 a.m. Clear, measurable, specific. You have a choice. Make it specific. Step 2. Lock the time. Put it in your calendar as a recurring appointment. Treat it like a client meeting. Treat it like a doctor's appointment. Block it. Show up. No debate, no rescheduling. That's the rule. Step 3. Lock the place. Designate a location, a chair, a room, a bench. The place signals the brain. The body obeys the environment. Stop doing work everywhere. Do the work in one place. That builds context. That builds habit. Step 4. Create the trigger. A trigger is a consistent cue. The trigger could be an alarm, a cup of coffee, an opening song, or the act of putting on shoes. When X happens, Y happens. When I sit at the desk, I write. That's implementation intention. That's non-negotiable wiring. Step 5. Add enforcement. Make it public. Tell one person. Post your goal. Use an accountability partner. Pay for a coach. Create consequences. Make it costly to skip. Humans respond to costs. Costs stop negotiation. Step 6. Anchor to identity. Don't say, I try to write. Say, I am a writer who writes at 5:30 a.m. Identity does the work. Identity reduces debate. This is what people like you do. Repeat that phrase. This is what people like you do. Say it until it sticks. You hear rules and think restriction. That's wrong. Rules free you. Rules remove the daily argument with yourself. They save energy. They create clarity. You don't need to decide anew each day. The rule decides for you. That's the key. Now, practical scripts. Use these lines. Say them out loud. If someone asks you to move your slot, that time is booked. I can't. I'll be available after 8 p.m. Short, firm, no guilt. If you want to refuse an invitation, I appreciate it. I'm committed to my practice at that time. Short, honest, final. When you skip once and feel the pull to give up, missed one, I return tomorrow at the same time. No drama, no spirals. Ritualize the comeback. That's the key. Common objections and how you answer them. I don't have that time. You make time for what you value. 2 hours of passive scrolling is still time. Start by stealing 10 minutes. 10 minutes is a non-negotiable start. You have a choice. What if I travel? Plan portable rituals. Pack a notebook. Set a phone alarm. Rituals travel when they are small and clear. That's the key. I'm overwhelmed. Reduce the minimum. Half it. Quarter it. Make it so small you cannot refuse. The minimum wins. Now, an identity drill you must do daily. Morning, say your rule. I am the kind of person who trains at 6 a.m. Evening, check the calendar. Did I keep the rule? Yes or no? Weekly, audit the streak. Count the hits. Protect the bank. Make the streak visible. A wall calendar, an app, a notebook. Cross the day. The visual pattern creates shame or pride. Use both to your advantage. Protect the streak like cash. You have a choice. Protect it. Design redundancy. If your primary system fails, have a backup. Alarm fails, have a backup alarm. Place the phone across the room. Create friction for excuses. Create ease for the ritual. Use micro-bindings. Link hard tasks to simple pleasures. After 30 minutes of focused work, allow 10 minutes of a podcast. The reward is not the driver. The ritual is. The reward is a reinforcement. That's the key. This is about identity more than outcomes. It's not about talent, it's about discipline. It's not about inspiration, it's about ritual. It's not about mood, it's about systems. Say those lines, repeat them. They will rewire the decision-making. You don't need their permission to live by your rules. You don't need their approval to protect your time. You have a choice. Choose the rule, live by it. Take one habit tonight, make it non-negotiable by time, place, trigger, enforcement, and identity. Write the rule on a sticky note, put it on the mirror, read it before bed, read it when you wake. Repeat the rule until you obey it. No debate, only ritual. No negotiation, only execution. That is how small actions become unbreakable habits. That is how ordinary people become finishers. That is how consistency becomes your default. You made the decision to show up. Now you will make that decision permanent. You mastered starting. Now let's design the day so you can never fail trying.
Chapter 3. Design your day for failure-proof habits. Willpower fails at night. Environment rarely does. That's the truth most people ignore. You have a choice. You can rely on motivation and willpower, or you can design your day so the decision is already made. One path leads to inconsistency. The other leads to inevitability. Design the day. Don't decide in the dark. That's the key. Every bad decision is made when you're tired, distracted, or emotional. Every broken promise happens late at night, early in the morning, or after a long day. That's not a character flaw, that's biology. Willpower is a battery, it drains. Environment is a structure, it holds. You don't need their permission to design your environment. You have a choice. High performers don't have more discipline. They have fewer decisions. They remove choice from the moments that matter. They don't wake up asking, "Will I work today?" They wake up and the work is already waiting. Design the day. Don't decide in the dark. Here's the core rule of this chapter. If you must decide in the moment, you will eventually decide wrong. If you decide in advance, you win by default. That's the key. Let's make this practical. Picture a writer, not inspired, not emotional, just consistent. The night before, the desk is clean, the laptop is open, the document is loaded, the first sentence is written. One sentence, that's it. In the morning, the brain doesn't argue. The brain continues. Friction is gone. Resistance is gone. The work begins. Set it up once, benefit forever. That writer didn't rely on motivation. They relied on design. A runner lays out shoes, socks, and clothes by the door. An alarm is set. The route is chosen. In the morning, the body follows the path already created. No thinking, no negotiation. Prepare, trigger, execute. A student opens the book to the exact page the night before. The pen is on the desk. The timer is set. When the trigger hits, studying happens. No drama, no decision, just execution. This is how you build failure-proof habits. You design them to survive your worst moods. Repeat this. Design the day. Don't decide in the dark. Now the framework you will copy. Simple, exact, non-negotiable. First, the evening setup. Night is for preparation. Morning is for execution. Never confuse the two. Every evening, ask one question. What will future me thank me for tomorrow morning? Then do these three things. 1. Reset the space. Clear the desk, lay out tools, charge devices, remove distractions. A clean space is a silent command to begin. 2. Prime the task. Open the file. Choose the workout. Write the first line. Decide the first action. Momentum loves clarity. 3. Set the trigger. Alarm, calendar reminder, visual cue. Same trigger, same time, same place. Set it up once, benefit forever. Second, the morning execution rule. Mornings are not for thinking. Mornings are for obeying. When the trigger hits, you do not ask how you feel. You move your body. You start the first action. Feelings catch up later.
That's the key. Your only goal in the morning is to start, not to finish, not to be perfect. Start. Prepare, trigger, execute. Say that again. Prepare, trigger, execute. Third, the friction audit. Every habit fails because friction exists in the wrong place. You must remove friction from good habits and add friction to bad ones. Want to write? Put the laptop on the desk. Want to stop scrolling? Put the phone in another room. Want to train? Sleek in gym clothes. Want to save money? Automate transfers. You have a choice. Where you place friction determines who you become. Fourth, the default day. Create a default version of your day, a baseline schedule that runs even on bad days. Wake, ritual, work block, break, work block, shutdown. You don't optimize every day, you repeat the default. Consistency creates identity. That's the key. Now let's build a simple template you can copy immediately. Evening template, 15 minutes. Reset the workspace. Prepare tomorrow's first task. Set the trigger. Write tomorrow's minimum goal on paper. Say it out loud when done. Prepared. Morning template, 60 to 90 minutes. Wake up, no phone. Trigger hits. Start the first action within 60 seconds. Work until the timer ends. Stop while momentum remains. Say it out loud before starting. Execute. Midday template, 5 minutes. Check progress. Adjust only the minimum, not the rule. Protect the next block. Evening review, 5 minutes. Did I follow the system? Yes or no? What friction appeared? What will I remove tonight? This is not complicated. It is repetitive. Repetition is the point. Prepare, trigger, execute. Prepare, trigger, execute. Prepare, trigger, execute. Now, let's kill some lies. I work best under pressure. No, you work under pressure because you didn't design your day. Pressure is the tax of poor systems. I need flexibility. You need structure first. Flexibility without structure becomes chaos. Earn flexibility through consistency. I'm not a morning person. Then design evenings better. Discipline is not about the clock. It's about design. That's the key. It feels robotic. Yes, and robots don't quit. Systems don't negotiate. Results don't care about feelings. You don't need their permission to live systematically. You don't need applause for being disciplined. You have a choice. The goal is simple. Make the right action the easiest action. Make quitting harder than starting. Make progress automatic. When you design the day, you remove excuses before they appear. When you design the day, you don't rely on willpower. When you design the day, consistency becomes boring and unstoppable. Repeat this final line with me. Design the day, don't decide in the dark. You've learned how to show up. You've learned how to make consistency non-negotiable. Now you've learned how to build days that cannot fail. Next, we remove another trap that kills progress, thinking too big and moving too slow. You've designed the system. Now let's shrink the work so you can win daily.
Chapter 4. Shrink the task, win daily. Big goals sound powerful. They also paralyze. You have a choice. You can aim big and do nothing, or you can shrink the task and move every day. Momentum does not come from ambition. Momentum comes from action. Shrink it, do it, repeat. That's the key. Most people don't fail because they lack goals. They fail because their goals are too heavy to lift daily. Write a book, build a business, get in shape. These are outcomes, not actions. Outcomes intimidate. Actions move. It's not about the size of the dream. It's about the size of the daily step. It's not about ambition. It's about discipline. Big goals kill momentum because they demand perfection before progress. Tiny tasks build momentum because they demand only presence.
You don't need their permission to start small. You have a choice. Start small or stay stuck. Repeat this until it lands. Shrink it, do it, repeat. Let's make this concrete. An entrepreneur wants more clients. The original plan? Send 50 cold emails a day. Sounds aggressive, sounds impressive. It fails in a week. Burnout, avoidance, inconsistency. Now the adjustment. 5 quality messages per day. 5. Personalized, thoughtful, sustainable. Do the math. 5 emails a day, 5 days a week, 25 emails a week, 100 emails a month, 1,200 emails a year. But here's the difference. The quality improves, the responses improve, the system survives. Tiny wins, giant results. That's the key. The entrepreneur didn't lower the goal, they lowered the daily burden. That's discipline. That's how compounding works. Small inputs, repeated, create disproportionate outputs. This applies everywhere. Fitness, 1 push-up becomes 10, 10 becomes a workout. Writing, 1 paragraph becomes a page, pages become chapters. Learning, 5 minutes becomes fluency over time. Money, small automated savings become freedom. You have a choice. Chase intensity or build consistency. Intensity impresses. Consistency transforms. Here's the rule you must live by. If the task feels heavy, it's too big. If you keep avoiding it, it's too big. If you procrastinate, it's too big. Shrink it again. Now the 2 rules that remove resistance and force motion. First, the 2-minute rule. Any task you're avoiding must be reduced to something that takes 2 minutes or less to start. Not to finish, to start. 2 minutes of writing, 2 minutes of reading, 2 minutes of organizing, 2 minutes of movement. 2 minutes bypasses fear. 2 minutes bypasses excuses. 2 minutes tells the brain, this is safe. That's the key. Say it with me. 2 minutes, start. Second, the 10-minute rule. Once started, commit to 10 minutes of focused effort. No multitasking, no phone, no distractions. 10 minutes is long enough to build momentum and short enough to avoid overwhelm. At the end of 10 minutes, you're free to stop, but most of the time, you won't. Momentum does the work. That's the secret. Repeat the mantra. 2 minutes, start. 10 minutes, continue. This is how you lower activation energy. This is how you trick resistance. This is how professionals work when amateurs wait. Now let's structure this into a daily system. Step 1. Convert goals into micro-actions. Take any goal and ask, what is the smallest daily action that moves this forward? Not weekly, daily. Step 2. Set the minimum to something you can do on your worst day. Sick, tired, busy, still possible. If it's not possible on your worst day, it's too big. Step 3. Track completion, not duration. Did you do the minimum? Yes or no? That's the only metric that matters early. Step 4. Stack small wins. Finish the minimum, then choose to continue. Optional, never required. Required kills consistency. Optional builds it. Repeat. Shrink it, do it, repeat. Let's address the ego problem. Your ego hates small starts. Your ego wants dramatic effort. Your ego wants to feel heroic. Ignore it. The ego wants praise. Discipline wants results. It's not about ego, it's about execution. That's the key. Small tasks feel meaningless. No, small tasks are seeds. Seeds don't look like forests. Forests grow anyway. I want faster results. Then do smaller things more often. Speed is a function of consistency, not force. I'll do it properly later. Later is a lie. Later is where goals go to die. Do it poorly today, improve tomorrow. You don't need their permission to start small. You don't need validation for tiny wins. You have a choice. Now here's a powerful daily script. Use it. Before starting, what is the smallest version of this task I can complete right now? During the task, just 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, 10 minutes, continue. After finishing, I showed up.
Say it out loud. Reinforcement matters. This chapter is about winning the day, not winning the year. Win today. Stack days. Days stack into months. Months stack into a life. Small actions remove fear. Repetition builds identity. Identity sustains effort. That's the loop. Shrink it, do it, repeat. Tiny wins, giant results. 2 minutes, start. 10 minutes, continue. You now know how to turn overwhelming goals into daily progress. You now know how to beat resistance without fighting it. You now know how to win without motivation. You've designed the day. You've shrunk the task. Next, we go deeper. We stop chasing outcomes and start becoming the person who finishes. You learned how to act. Now let's change who you believe you are.
Chapter 5. Identity over outcome. Become the person. Outcomes are temporary. Identity is permanent. You have a choice. You can chase results, or you can become the type of person results chase. One approach burns you out. The other sustains you. Who you are does the work. That's the key. Most people set outcome-based goals. Lose weight, make money, finish the book. Outcomes are fine, but outcomes don't change behavior. Identity does. You don't run to lose weight, you become a runner. You don't write to publish a book, you become a writer. You don't study to pass exams, you become a student who studies. Who you are does the work. When identity shifts, habits stick. When identity stays vague, habits collapse under pressure. It's not about goals, it's about self-image. It's not about wanting, it's about being. That's the key. Listen to the language people use. Language reveals identity. I'm trying to work out. I should start writing. I want to be disciplined. Trying, should, wanting. Those words signal an unstable identity. They invite negotiation. They leave space to quit. You have a choice. Change the language, change the identity. Here's the difference. I am a runner. I am a writer. I am a disciplined person. That language closes the debate. That language creates consistency. That language tells the brain, this is what we do. You don't need their permission to claim an identity. You have a choice. Let's ground this with a simple example. A student says, I try to study. When life gets busy, studying disappears. Why? Because trying has no rules. The same student shifts the statement. I am a student who studies every evening at 8 p.m. Now the behavior has a home. Now skipping feels like a violation of identity, not a missed task. Identity pulls behavior into alignment. That's the key. The same applies to fitness. I want to get fit versus I'm the kind of person who trains 3 times a week. One is a wish, the other is a rule. And money. I want to save versus I'm the kind of person who pays myself first. And creativity. I hope to write versus I'm a writer who writes daily. Who you are does the work. Now, let's make identity practical, not abstract. Step 1. Choose one identity. Not 5, 1. Pick the identity that will most improve your life right now. Writer, athlete, builder, student, leader. Step 2. Define the behavior that proves it. Identity without proof is fantasy. Ask, what does a person like this do daily or weekly? Be specific. Time, place, action. Step 3. Shrink the proof. The proof must be small, sustainable, repeatable. Identity is built through evidence, not intensity. 1 page, 10 minutes, 2 sets. Who you are does the work. Step 4. Repeat the identity statement daily, out loud, morning and evening. Repetition wires belief. Belief drives action.
Here is the identity statement formula. Memorize it. I am the kind of person who action at time/place. Examples. I am the kind of person who writes one page every morning at 6 a.m. I am the kind of person who trains for 20 minutes after work. I am the kind of person who reviews finances every Sunday. Say it. Again. Say it slower. I am the kind of person who... Repeat it. This is not affirmation fluff. This is behavioral conditioning. The brain listens to repetition. That's the key. Now, let's install identity rituals. Morning declaration. When you wake up, say your identity statement 3 times. Stand up, say it with posture. This primes the day. Micro commitment. Complete the smallest action that proves the identity. 1 action, no more required. Evening confirmation. At night, ask 1 question. Did I act like the person I said I am? Yes or no? If no, plan a comeback tomorrow. No guilt, no drama. Repeat the declaration again. I am the kind of person who... Say it with me now. Pause. Say it again. Repetition cements it. Now let's kill a few myths. This feels fake. Of course it does. New identities feel fake until evidence accumulates. Do not wait to believe. Act first. Belief follows behavior. I don't deserve that identity yet. You don't earn identity after success. You claim identity before success and prove it through action. You have a choice. I failed before. Past behavior does not disqualify you. Only current action matters. Identity is updated daily. Here's a powerful reframe. Every action is a vote for the person you are becoming. 1 vote doesn't decide the election. Many votes do. Missed votes don't matter if you keep voting. That's the key. You don't need their permission to redefine yourself. You don't need validation to live differently. You have a choice. Speak differently. Act differently. Think differently. Not dramatically, consistently. Who you are does the work. Who you are decides the habit. Who you are shows up when motivation leaves. Repeat this final sequence with me. I am the kind of person who shows up. I am the kind of person who keeps promises. I am the kind of person who finishes. Say it again, slower. Identity is the engine. Habits are the fuel. Systems are the road. Together, they make quitting irrelevant. You've learned how to show up. You've learned how to lock in consistency. You've learned how to design your day. You've learned how to shrink the task. Now you've learned who you must become. Next, we sharpen the loop that keeps progress alive. Identity sets direction, but feedback sets speed. You became the person. Now let's measure the work and refine it.
Chapter 6, The Feedback Loop. Measure, adjust, repeat. Consistency without feedback is just repetition. Repetition without feedback is blindness. Effortless blindness feels busy. It doesn't feel effective. You have a choice. You can repeat the same actions and hope they work, or you can measure, adjust, and improve on purpose. Progress is not accidental. Progress is engineered. Measure, adjust, repeat. That's the key. Most people either overthink or undermeasure. They either analyze forever and never act, or they act endlessly and never learn. Both fail. The winners sit in the middle. They act consistently, then listen to the data. Not opinions, not feelings, data. Feedback is the mirror that tells you the truth. Without it, you're guessing. Guessing kills momentum. You don't need their permission to track your progress. You have a choice. Track it or stay confused. Here's the principle you must accept. You don't need more information. You need better feedback. That's the key. Let's ground this in a real example. A coach works with an athlete. The goal is improvement, not perfection. The coach doesn't track everything. They track one thing. minutes practiced. That's it. Every day, minutes practiced are logged. No emotion, no story, just minutes. At the end of the week, the coach reviews the number. Too low? Adjust schedule. Too high with fatigue? Adjust intensity. Technique slipping? Adjust form. The athlete improves steadily, not magically. Small data, big changes. That's the key. The coach doesn't ask, "How do you feel?" The coach asks, "What did you do?" Feelings fluctuate. Data doesn't. Now, apply this to your life. If you want to write, track words written or minutes written. If you want to train, track minutes trained. If you want to study, track sessions completed. If you want to save money, track deposits made. Not outcomes, inputs. Outcomes lag, inputs lead. Measure what you control. That's the key. Here's where most people mess up. They track too much. They track too late. They track inconsistently. You only need one metric per habit. One. The smallest, meaningful metric, the one that proves you showed up. Ask this question: what single number tells me I did the work? That's your KPI. Now, the system. Step 1. Choose one metric per habit. Only one. Minutes, pages, sessions, reps, emails sent. Step 2. Track it daily. No stories, no excuses, just a number. Step 3, review weekly, not daily. Daily is for doing. Weekly is for adjusting. Repeat it. Measure, adjust, repeat. Let's build the simplest tracking sheet imaginable. You can do this on paper. Draw 3 columns. Column 1, date. Column 2, metric, minutes, pages, reps. Column 3, notes, optional, 1 sentence max. That's it. Simple enough to survive busy days, simple enough to be honest. Now the weekly audit. This is where growth happens. Once a week, same day, same time, read this script out loud. Yes, out loud. Hearing it matters. Here's the script. What did I plan to do? What did I actually do? What worked? What didn't? What is one small adjustment for next week? Read it again. What did I plan to do? What did I actually do? What worked? What didn't? What is one small adjustment for next week? That's it. No punishment, no emotion, just clarity. Repeat the audit script every week. Repetition builds objectivity. Objectivity builds improvement. That's the key. Now, let's address the fear. Feedback feels confrontational. It removes excuses. It exposes gaps. That's why people avoid it. Avoidance protects ego. Tracking builds results. You have a choice. It makes me feel bad. Good. That feeling is information. Information helps you adjust. Shame is optional. Data is not. I don't want to obsess. You're not obsessing. You're observing. Obsession is emotional. Observation is neutral. I know what I did. No, you remember selectively. Memory lies. Numbers don't. It's not about self-judgment. It's about self-correction. That's the key. Now, let's talk adjustment. Adjustment is not overhaul. Adjustment is small, tiny, precise. Wrote 3 days instead of 5? Adjust the minimum. Burned out? Adjust the duration. Skipped evenings? Adjust the time of day. One change at a time, never more. Systems improve slowly. That's how they last. Say this: small data, big changes. Feedback turns consistency into progress. Without feedback, you plateau. With feedback, you evolve. That's the difference between effort and mastery. Now, here's a powerful reframe. You are not judging yourself. You are coaching yourself. A good coach doesn't shame. A good coach adjusts the plan. Become your own coach. Speak to yourself like one. Use this line during the audit. Based on the data, the next best move is, say it calmly, say it clearly. That's leadership. That's discipline. You don't need their permission to take yourself seriously. You have a choice. Now, let's lock this into a ritual. Daily, track the metric, one number. Weekly, read the audit script.
Monthly, zoom out and ask, is this still the right habit? That's it. No complexity, no dashboards, no apps required. Simplicity survives stress. Measure, adjust, repeat. Measure, adjust, repeat. Measure, adjust, repeat. Say it again. That phrase is a system. This chapter is about direction. Consistency without direction wastes time. Direction without consistency wastes potential. Feedback connects the two. You've learned how to show up. You've learned how to protect consistency. You've learned how to design the day. You've learned how to shrink the task. You've learned who to become. Now you've learned how to listen to the work. Next, we cut what steals your time and energy. Progress accelerates when you remove the unnecessary. You learned how to build. Now let's learn how to subtract.
Chapter 7. Ruthless Elimination. Say no to time thieves. Consistency is not built only by what you add. Consistency is protected by what you remove. That's the truth most people avoid. They keep stacking habits on top of a broken schedule. They keep adding goals to a calendar that's already full. They keep saying yes and then wonder why nothing sticks. Here's the rule. Consistency is as much subtraction as addition. Repeat it. Subtract to add. If your time is leaking, your discipline will fail. If your energy is diluted, your habits will collapse. If everything matters, nothing gets done. That's the key. You have a choice. You can keep being busy, or you can start being consistent. And consistency requires ruthless elimination. Most people think their problem is motivation. It's not. Most people think their problem is discipline. It's not. Their problem is access. Too many people have access to you. Too many things have access to your attention. Too many low-value demands are draining your prime hours. And every time you say yes to something unimportant, you are silently saying no to the person you're trying to become. That's the cost. Say it clearly. Subtract to add. Let's make this real. Picture a professional, smart, capable, ambitious, but stuck. Every week is packed with meetings, status updates, quick calls, just 5 minutes. None of them move the needle. So this person makes one decision. 2 meetings a week are gone. No debate, no explanation marathon, no guilt. Those 2 meetings were 4 hours. 4 hours redirected into deliberate practice, deep work, skill building. Within months, performance improves, visibility increases, opportunities follow. Nothing magical happened. Time was reclaimed. Consistency was protected. Repeat the lesson. No is protection. No is power. Here's what most people don't understand. Every habit you want to build needs space. Space in your calendar. Space in your mind. Space in your energy. You can't install consistency into chaos. You don't need better time management. You need fewer obligations. You don't need permission. You don't need approval. You have a choice. Protect the practice or sacrifice it. And sacrifice is always quieter than failure. It happens in tiny yeses. It happens in polite compliance. It happens in just this once. That's why elimination must be ruthless. Not emotional, not dramatic, strategic. Here's the framework. 3 categories of time thieves. First, obligations with no return, meetings with no decisions, calls with no outcomes, committees with no leverage. If it doesn't compound, it competes. Second, social drains, conversations that spiral, people who vent but never act, relationships that take energy but give none back. No is protection. No is power. Third, digital distractions disguised as rest, endless scrolling, background noise, pseudo-entertainment that leaves you empty. It's not about enjoyment, it's about recovery versus depletion. Say it again, subtract to add. Now, let's make this actionable. You need a no script, because when you don't prepare a no, you default to yes. Here's the script. Simple, calm, final. I can't commit to that right now. I'm protecting my schedule. Thanks for understanding. That's it. No excuses, no long stories, no over-explaining. Say it again. I can't commit to that right now. I'm protecting my schedule. Thanks for understanding. Different tone, same power. I won't be able to take that on. I'm focused on a priority. Appreciate the invite. No is protection. No is power. Practice it out loud, because hesitation invites negotiation, and if it's negotiable, it fails. You might feel uncomfortable at first. Good. Discomfort is the signal that you're breaking a pattern. You've trained people to expect access to you. Now you're retraining the system. You're not becoming selfish, you're becoming consistent. And consistency serves everyone in the long run. Burned out people don't deliver value. Scattered people don't lead. Exhausted people don't win. That's the truth. Here's another rule. If it doesn't support the habit, it must go. Say it again. If it doesn't support the habit, it must go. This is not about cutting joy. This is about cutting noise, because noise kills rhythm, and rhythm is everything. Now, do this exercise. Today, write down your top one habit, the non-negotiable practice you're building. Now, look at your week. Ask one question for every commitment. Does this support the habit or steal from it? Be honest. You'll see it immediately. The meeting that drags, the favor that keeps repeating, the distraction that pretends to be harmless. Choose one thing to eliminate this week. Just one. Subtract to add. Remember this. Consistency isn't heroic. It's protected. It's protected by boundaries. It's protected by structure. It's protected by saying no before you're forced to quit. That's the difference between people who last and people who burn out. You have a choice. You can keep negotiating with time thieves, or you can become ruthless with your priorities. No debate, only ritual. And elimination is a ritual. You've learned how to say no. You've learned how to subtract. Now there's one more skill you need. The ability to endure boredom. The ability to stay when nothing is exciting. The ability to outlast discomfort. Because consistency isn't just about time, it's about staying power. You protected your schedule, now you must protect your focus. That brings us to the next lesson. Chapter 8. The Momentum Bank. How Small Wins Compound. Momentum is not a feeling. Momentum is a currency. And like any currency, it can be earned, stored, grown, or wasted. Most people think momentum just shows up. They wait for it. They hope for it. They pray for motivation to arrive. That's why they stay broke in progress. Here's the truth. Momentum is built the same way money is built, one deposit at a time. Say it. Deposit today, protect tomorrow. Every small win is a deposit. Every skipped promise is a withdrawal, and withdrawals always cost more than deposits. That's the key. You don't rise or fall by one big action. You rise or fall by how you handle the small ones. You have a choice: make deposits or explain withdrawals. Let's reframe how you see progress. Progress is not intensity. Progress is continuity. Consistency compounds because momentum remembers.
Your brain remembers. Your identity remembers. When you win today, tomorrow feels lighter. When you skip today, tomorrow feels heavier. That's not motivation, that's momentum physics. Say it again. Deposit today, protect tomorrow. Now listen carefully. Momentum is fragile at the beginning, but once it's built, it becomes protective. Early wins require effort. Later wins require maintenance. That's why quitting early feels easy and quitting later feels painful. The pain you feel when breaking a streak, that's the bank defending itself. That's momentum doing its job. Let's make this real with a story. A startup founder. No hype, no overnight success, just pressure. The team is small, resources are thin, morale is fragile. Instead of promising big visions, the founder makes small promises, daily check-ins, clear deadlines, tiny deliverables that always land. No drama, no speeches, just consistency. Over time, something shifts. The team trusts, energy stabilizes, opportunities appear. Not because of genius, but because credibility compounded. One deposit, then another. Say it. One deposit, then another. Momentum doesn't care about size, it cares about reliability. Here's the rule most people miss. Big wins are rented, small wins are owned. Big wins excite you, small wins anchor you, and anchors keep you steady when conditions change. That's why your consistency must be boring, predictable, almost unremarkable. Because boring wins stack quietly, and one day you look back and realize you're standing somewhere new. That's the power of the momentum bank. Now let's talk mechanics. How do you actually track momentum? Simple. You track streaks. You track logs. You track completion, not perfection. Because momentum doesn't care how pretty it was. It only cares that it happened. Here's the simplest system. One habit, one checkbox per day. Did you show up? Yes or no? That's it. Protect the streak. Protect the bank. Say it again. Protect the streak. Protect the bank. Why streaks work? They create visual proof. They create emotional resistance to quitting. They turn action into identity. Breaking a streak hurts because it threatens who you're becoming. That pain is useful. That pain is feedback. Don't numb it, use it. Now here's where most people fail. Bad days, low energy days, stressful days, chaotic days. They think momentum requires perfect conditions. It doesn't. Momentum requires protection. On bad days, the goal is not growth, the goal is protection. Minimum effort, minimum standard, but never zero. Say it clearly. Zero is withdrawal. Minimum is maintenance. Protect the streak. Protect the bank. Here's the bad day rule. When everything feels off, you do the smallest version of the habit. 2 minutes, 1 page, 1 rep, 1 action. Not to progress, but to stay invested. Because once you go to zero, restarting costs more than continuing. That's the trap. Withdrawals always cost more than deposits. Repeat this out loud. I don't need a great day. I need a completed day. Again, I don't need a perfect session. I need a deposit. That's how consistency survives real life. Let's connect this to identity. Every deposit tells your brain something. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is what people like me don't skip. Who you are does the work. Momentum reinforces identity. Identity reinforces momentum. That's the loop. Break it and everything feels heavy. Protect it and everything feels possible. Now do this. Tonight, before sleep, answer one question. What deposit did I make today? Not 3, not 5, 1. Write it down. That log becomes proof. Proof becomes confidence. Confidence becomes consistency. One deposit, then another. Remember this, Momentum doesn't explode, it accumulates. It's invisible at first, then undeniable. And the people who win long-term aren't the most intense, they're the most consistent depositors. Deposit today, protect tomorrow. You've eliminated time thieves, you've learned to say no, you've started stacking small wins. Now there's one final danger left. The moment you feel ahead, the moment you relax, the moment you think, I've earned a break. That's where most streaks die. So next, we talk about discipline after success. Because the real test of consistency is not starting, it's maintaining when it's working. Get ready.
Chapter 9. Plan for boredom. Master the long run. Nobody quits because it's hard. They quit because it's boring. That's the truth most people avoid. The long game is not dramatic. It's not cinematic. It's not exciting. It's quiet, repetitive, predictable, and that's why most people fail it. Say this clearly. Boredom is the test. Rituals are the answer. That's the key. You don't lose consistency when things get difficult. You lose consistency when novelty wears off, when progress slows, when praise disappears, when nobody's watching. That's when the real work begins. You have a choice. Quit because it's dull, or build systems that work without excitement. Because motivation is a mood. Rituals are machinery. It's not about passion, it's about discipline. Say it again. Boredom is the test. Rituals are the answer. Most people secretly believe consistency should feel good. They think, if this were right for me, I'd still be excited. Wrong. Excitement is not a signal of alignment. It's a signal of novelty. Novelty always expires. Discipline doesn't. That's why winners look calm. That's why they look boring. That's why they last. Let's talk about the long-distance runner. Not the Instagram runner, not the race day runner, the real one. Training in rain, training while tired, training when nobody cares. Same route, same pace, same ritual. Week after week, year after year. Why? Because the decision was already made. No debate, only ritual. Say it. Do the boring work. Results didn't show up quickly. No applause, no viral moment. But years later, endurance, injury resistance, mental toughness. The return didn't spike, it accumulated. That's how the long run works. Slow returns, deep roots, and roots grow in silence. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If you need constant stimulation to stay consistent, you are fragile, and fragile systems don't survive time. You don't need excitement, you need automation. You don't need interest, you need structure. That's the key. So how do you plan for boredom? You assume it's coming. You don't hope it won't. You don't fight it. You design for it. Because boredom is predictable, failure is optional. Strategy 1, micro rewards. Not massive rewards, not emotional highs. Small acknowledgments, a check mark, a streak count, a quiet done. You're not celebrating, you're reinforcing. The brain learns through repetition, not fireworks. Say it. Stay boring, stay finishing. Strategy 2, accountability without drama. One person, one log, one expectation. No speeches, no motivation talks, just proof of completion. Consistency loves witnesses, even silent ones. You don't need their permission, you need their presence. Strategy 3, switch the modality, not the habit. This is critical. When boredom hits, people quit the habit. That's the mistake. You don't quit, you rotate. Same habit, different format. Same writing habit, different location. Same workout, different variation. Same learning, different medium. The identity stays intact, the stimulus changes. That's discipline with intelligence. Repeat it. Change the how, keep the who. Here's what never changes. The ritual time, the ritual trigger, the ritual completion. That's the spine. Everything else is flexible.
That's how you survive years. Now, listen closely. Boredom is not a signal to stop. Boredom is a signal that the habit is becoming part of you. When something becomes automatic, the brain stops producing excitement chemicals. That's not failure. That's efficiency. That's integration. That's growth. Most people quit right before this stage, right when the habit stops feeling new and starts becoming natural. They confuse calm with stagnation. That's why they restart every year. New goals, new plans, same cycle. You have a choice. Be entertained or be effective. Say this out loud. I don't need to feel interested. I need to stay consistent. Again, I don't chase excitement. I honor rituals. That's the mindset shift. Let's ground this. On your most boring day this week, you will not optimize. You will not expand. You will execute the minimum, because staying boring beats restarting later. Say it. Stay boring, stay finishing. This is how long-term mastery is built, not by heroic effort, but by quiet obedience to a system, day after day, week after week, year after year. The long run doesn't reward intensity, it rewards stability. That's the key. Remember this, anyone can sprint when excited. Few can jog when bored, but the joggers win. They always do. You've learned to show up. You've made consistency non-negotiable. You've designed your environment. You've shrunk the task. You've shifted identity. You've built feedback loops. You've eliminated time thieves. You've stacked momentum. You've planned for boredom. Now there's one final skill left, the most important one, because even the disciplined stumble, even the consistent fail. What matters next is not perfection, it's recovery. You mastered the long run. Now learn how to survive the misstep.
Chapter 10. Never Quit. The Rituals of People Who Finish. Most people don't fail. They exit, quietly, casually, with reasons that sound intelligent. They don't collapse. They drift. And drifting is how consistency dies. Here's the truth. Finishing is not a personality trait. Finishing is a habit. And habits are built with rituals. Say it clearly. Ritualize the comeback. That's the key. People who finish don't rely on willpower at the end. They plan for weakness in advance. They assume doubt will come. They assume fatigue will show up. They assume quitting will feel logical. So they rehearse the comeback before they need it. You have a choice. Hope you'll feel strong, or build systems that work when you feel weak. It's not about grit, it's about discipline. Let's break the illusion. Most people think quitters just stop. They don't. They negotiate and exit. I'll take a short break. I'll restart next week. I just need space. That's not rest. That's a soft quit. Finishers don't argue with that voice. They interrupt it with ritual. Say it again. Ritualize the comeback. Study people who finish, authors who publish, founders who endure, athletes who last decades. They don't avoid failure moments. They schedule fail-safes, backup plans, micro deadlines, public commitments. Not to motivate themselves, to trap themselves. That's the key. Think of the author who doesn't trust inspiration. They set micro deadlines, 500 words every morning, no exceptions. Miss one day? They don't spiral. They write 50 words, not to win, to stay alive in the habit. Say it. When you want to quit, do the smallest comeback. Look at founders who survive downturns. They don't promise massive pivots. They promise weekly check-ins, revenue review, action taken, decision logged, small, boring, unavoidable. When energy drops, the ritual carries them. No debate, only ritual. Athletes do this best. They don't train harder when broken. They train lighter, shorter sessions, simpler drills, lower expectations, but never zero. 0 is quitting. Minimum is survival. Say it again. When you want to quit, do the smallest comeback. Here's the most important reframe. You don't quit goals, you quit rituals, and rituals can be rebuilt faster than motivation. That's why finishers never ask, "Do I still want this?" They ask, "What's the smallest action that keeps me in the game?" That's disciplined thinking. Now, let's make this practical. You are going to build a 30-day finishing ritual, not a motivation plan, not a vision board, a system that assumes you will struggle. Here's the blueprint. Listen carefully. Trigger. Same trigger every day. Time, place, cue. No thinking. When the trigger hits, the ritual starts. Say it. Trigger. Micro comeback. This is your non-negotiable minimum. 2 minutes, 1 page, 1 rep, 1 action. This is what you do when quitting feels justified. Repeat it. Micro comeback. Weekly audit. Once a week, same day. You ask 3 questions out loud. Did I show up? Where did I slip? What's the smallest correction? No emotion, no judgment, just data. Say it. Weekly audit. Public accountability. 1 person, 1 platform, 1 promise. Not to impress, to create friction against quitting. You don't need their permission, you need their awareness. Say it again. Public accountability. Now hear this in sequence. Trigger, micro comeback, weekly audit, public accountability. Again, trigger, micro comeback, weekly audit, public accountability. That rhythm is how finishers think. That rhythm is how people last. Most people believe quitting happens in one moment. It doesn't. It happens in silence, in skipped check-ins, in broken rituals. That's why rituals are protection. That's the key. Say this slowly. I don't promise perfection. I promise return. Again, I don't fear failure. I rehearse recovery. That mindset alone will separate you from 90% of people. Here's the final truth. Consistency is not about never falling. It's about never staying down. The most dangerous belief is, I already ruined it. That belief ends more goals than laziness ever could. Finishers don't think that way. They think in comebacks. You've learned everything now. You learned to show up. You made consistency non-negotiable. You designed your environment. You shrank the task. You shifted identity. You built feedback loops. You eliminated time thieves. You compounded momentum. You mastered boredom. And now you've learned how to finish, not with emotion, with ritual. This is the final command. When you want to quit, do the smallest comeback. When you miss, never miss twice. When it feels pointless, execute the ritual anyway. Because people who finish are not stronger, they are prepared. Say it one last time. Ritualize the comeback. That's how consistency becomes permanent. That's how identity is locked in. That's how you become the person who never quits. You now know the truth. Greatness is not a moment. It's a muscle you must train every day. Stop looking for shortcuts. Start building unarguable rules. Show up when you don't feel like it. Shrink the task until it fits in your pocket. Make consistency a non-negotiable. Track the work. Remove distractions. Protect your streak. Ritualize the comeback. This is not motivation, it's mechanics. Right now, pick one tiny habit from this book and do it today for 7 straight days. Record it, protect it, defend it. If you accept this, you will be different in 30 days. If you refuse, nothing changes. Now, prove it. Like this video, subscribe to Mindshift Audiobooks, and become the person who never quits.